A cruise to Alaska will take you to some of the most beautiful scenery in the world, but what the heck should you pack for this kind of an epic cruise? I'll share what you need to know up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and if you have a cruise to Alaska planned, prepare for an amazing cruise. The Last Frontier is known for glaciers, wildlife spotting, and the Northern Lights. With so much to see and do, packing for this kind of a bucket list adventure is no easy task, but I'm here to help with some easy tips. Let's start off with probably the most important tip about packing for Alaska, something called layering. If there's one mantra about Alaska that's absolutely true, it is this idea of layering. You're going to hear this a lot when you research anything about Alaska. Essentially, the weather changes a lot during the day in Alaska. It may start out cold and rainy, then the sun comes out for a couple of hours, then warms things up, followed by a breezy afternoon, and maybe even rain again. Anybody who's been to Alaska many times will tell you need to have three basic layers while in Alaska. Your first layer is your base layer. The base layer is suitable for when you're on the cruise ship or when the sun is shining while outdoors. This is essentially the kind of clothing you would wear in maybe the early spring or early fall back at home when it's warm but not hot outside. You should plan to pack primarily t-shirts or other casual, mostly warm weather shirts as your base layer. Plan on having one for every day. And certainly jeans or pants are really the way to go. You might pack like one or two pairs of shorts just in case, but really, you're not going to be wearing that many shorts while on your Alaska cruise. Now, the next layer is your warm layer, and this is the layer you put on when temperatures start to go down and it gets chilly. It seems like most people opt for fleece jackets or pullovers from brands like North Face or Columbia. Brands aside, you want something that will keep you warm without resorting to something too poofy, so you really don't want to have a parka jacket as an example. Now, personally, I invested in a quality fleece jacket and also packed one or two hoodies that I can swap out interchangeably. You do not need one for each day, but you should have a backup option or two just in case. And then lastly, you have the waterproof layer, and this is what you put on when it rains. Rain in Alaska varies and is often misty and light, but definitely occurs off and on sporadically. Just like your warm layer, you don't want something too bulky because, more than likely, you'll be carrying around this waterproof layer with you just in case it rains. Now, a good windproof rain jacket is a solid bet. Be sure to get one that is lightweight though. And a really popular choice for the waterproof layer is a 3-in-1 jacket that have the warm layer and the waterproof layer bundled together and can be taken off as needed. Regardless of what jacket you opt for, make sure it's light enough to put in a backpack to carry around without being a nuisance. Next up is what shoes to pack, and there's a lot of advice when it comes to proper footwear in Alaska, and I believe the proper footwear depends on what you really plan on doing in your shore excursions. At the very minimum, you should have sneakers or other closed-toed shoes suitable for walking or perhaps light hiking, as in going up a paved trail. If you plan on doing real hiking, where you'll be going into the brush and going off-road, then I would recommend getting water-resistant shoes or hiking boots. Unless you're the Bear Grylls type, hiking boots are likely overkill, and waterproof hiking shoes are a more practical bet. Something else you're going to want to pack for your Alaska cruise you might not think about are binoculars, because in the Caribbean, really there's not much of a need for one, but in Alaska, it's definitely a good reason to bring one. Whether on sea or land, you'll be surrounded by beautiful landscapes filled with wildlife spotting opportunities. Binoculars with a great ability to zoom is what you want, and quality is important here. I will caution you don't need to get binoculars and shouldn't spend a great deal of money in a pair that you may never use again. Ideally, borrow one from someone else or perhaps look for a sale that's out there, but if the price is too high, this is one area I think you can just leave at home. Next up are clothing accessories to keep you warm. We talked about layering, but you may want to pack other items to keep you warmer. These are items that help with keeping your extremities warm, including a scarf, wool socks, knit cap, gloves, hand warmer packs, and chapstick. Now, while you're unsure, you're also going to want a really good backpack that's high quality and durable for bringing all your stuff around with you. Your backpack will need to carry your personal documents, water bottle, rain jacket, assuming you're not wearing it, of course, warm layer if you're not wearing that either, snacks, sunscreen, bug spray, and more. Ideally, you want a water-resistant backpack just in case it rains all day. Alternatively, some people prefer a lightweight water-resistant crossbody bag. Regardless, you're going to need something to carry your supplies around while on shore. And you're also going to need a bathing suit. Yes, seriously, you need a bathing suit in Alaska. While it may not seem like you're going to be swimming, your Royal Caribbean ship still has a hot tub, and you'd be surprised how many people end up going for a swim in the pool. Odds are you probably already own a bathing suit, so throw it in your bag just in case you find the desire to go. Something else you might not think about is sunscreen. Yeah, you're going to need it. The reflection of the sun off snow or ice on a glacier is a recipe for getting sunburned easily. This is especially true on faces, so pack something to avoid paying ridiculous prices for sunscreen in Alaska or on your ship. Another really important thing to bring is your camera. If you've been waiting to upgrade your camera for a while, a cruise to Alaska may be the perfect excuse. Not only do you want a high pixel camera that can take the kind of photos you'd want to humble brag about on Facebook, but you're also going to want a good zoom lens to go with it. Be sure to invest in plenty of memory cards to ensure you never run out of space. Quite often, you'll be snapping photos in rapid succession in the hopes that one of them came out well. Now I get it, a DSLR camera is not for everyone, so if you prefer something more compact, maybe consider a higher end point and shoot camera. I really prefer the Sony RX series of cameras for this exact purpose. If you're going to rely solely on your phone, you can purchase phone lens attachments to enhance the photo taking capability of that device. And the last thing you're going to need to pack for your Alaska cruise is insect repellent. Mosquitoes in Alaska have a nasty reputation, although that being said, where don't mosquitoes have a bad reputation? And anyway, mosquitoes in Alaska are especially bad in the summer months. Be sure to pack insect repellent and apply liberally to avoid being a walking windjammer for the official state bird of New Jersey. So there you go, the most important things to pack for a cruise to Alaska. It's an amazing vacation, and it's going to be probably one of the highlights of any cruise or vacation for that matter you ever take. If I miss something you think is really important to pack for a cruise to Alaska, let us know in the comments below. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video, good news, we got plenty of others, so subscribe to this channel so that way you can check out all our great content. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.